I'm gonna have to cut like a minute out of this. Hello, my living whole friends. It has been a day, but I have outlined my 2019. You guys, I have so much good stuff coming out. I'm really excited about it. I'm still kind of getting over my little bit of sickness that I had after our flight, and my body was just telling me, you need to stop, you need to slow down, because it has been one heck of a month. Just this month alone, like December, from November 16th, 17th until now has been a whirlwind, and I am so grateful, but it has been a whirlwind. So this video, if you haven't already read it, is a 2018 recap. And so for you guys who stay up to date with everything going on in the life of me, of Living Whole, then you know this will be some pleasantry. If not, if this is the first time you're tuning in, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Sarah Davis Arnold. I am a board certified holistic health practitioner. I have been a travel nurse for many years, and I've traveled coast to coast. I run and have created this business, Living Whole, based on my whole life, and I'm very happy to share it with you guys. So here's to 2018. Let's get into it. All right, so January last year, the start of 2018, Kevin and I rang in the new year on the Central Coast. We were on the beach sipping wassail, and it was a pretty fantastic day. And so January went by really quickly. I had taken a travel assignment in Santa Maria, and to my Marion crew out there, you guys are amazing, and I'm so grateful for all of you. Let's see, we did that, and then February on the Holistic Holiday at Sea. It's a 10-day vegan, whole food, plant-based cruise. I was able to meet with Dr. Greger, which was huge to me. Kevin proposed, and we had a really amazing time. There's really not much more to say about that. I was able to, you know, during this time, I really kind of re-envisioned Living Whole and where I was going to end up. I remember this time last year, me kind of brainstorming. I had started the build for my new website. I was switching over from Squarespace to WordPress. I was working with a web developer to really make Living Whole everything that I wanted it to be. And it has since grown exponentially. I mean, if you guys saw my grand opening video, it's been a year since I went from a website that I built myself on Squarespace to a professional website to a brick and mortar. It's been amazing, and it really, I chalk it all up to my planning and me kind of having this vision for Living Whole. And you know, even going through this recap of 2018 and what I've accomplished, I'm already looking at 2019, 2020, and all the things that I'm going to be doing in that time to take Living Whole to the next step. So February, Holistic Holiday at Sea, we got engaged, and I met some of the most influential people within the plant-based world, and it was really an amazing experience. Like, I couldn't ask for anything more. Plus, it was one heck of a getaway too. 10-day cruise to the tropics, please, come on. So my time on the Central Coast was amazing. It was my, you know, first time in California working and living, and it was just, the Central Coast is beautiful. So if you are ever or have the opportunity to go to the Pismo Slough, which is the San Luis Obispo area, I highly, highly recommend. It's one of the most beautiful coastlines. I think it rivals Northern California and even, you know, parts of Southern California, Highway 1 and stuff. Just the Central Coast is absolutely beautiful. But we went from the Central Coast to, in March, I went on assignment with the VA in Palo Alto, which was the first ever assignment that I actually signed 6 months with a hospital, which is unheard of for me, but per the government, that's kind of what they do contractually. And I kind of had a second family through that. So VA Palo Alto, Cindy, Cynthia, Adita, Paula, all of you guys, Kent, are amazing, and I'm so thankful for all of you. It was a really amazing experience. I got to take care of a patient population that I hold to the highest respect. So being able to take care of veterans in my specialty area was just so fulfilling. And I cannot say thank you enough to our veterans. And, you know, being able to give back to that system in the degree that I was able to was just phenomenal. And doing what I love, even though living whole, like, I love living whole and everything, and it's my passion. My passion for helping people really started and stems from being a cardiac cath and EP nurse and helping people when they are their sickest. So to be able to work at the VA Palo Alto and to work with some of the physicians that have developed amazing innovations within the field of cardiac cath and EP, I mean, it's just amazing. I was able to work with Dr. Fearon, who developed FFR. If, you know, there are any cath lab nurses out here or techs or whatever that watch this, I mean, you guys know what I'm talking about. To work with the father of Rotoblader, Dr. Bookbinder, and it's just, you know, and then see Dr. Britton and other physicians there that are developing things that are changing the scope of cardiac cath and EP. It's just, it was a phenomenal experience. And to carry that with the patient population that I worked with and kind of gave back to, it was incredible. And so to my VA Palo Alto family, you guys are family. So Kevin and I are planning to get married among the redwoods in California. So once my contract there was up, I had decided to talk to people at Stanford, and they loved me, I loved them, and so it was, you know, let's do Stanford. So I ended up at Stanford, and it was more than I could have imagined. I know that every hospital, every place that I've worked all across the country has its quirks and its, you know, little things that can be done better here and there, and ways that they do it within their system. But the nurses and techs that I worked alongside at Stanford were really amazing people, and the docs that I worked with, it's a small world to have traveled all across the country and then to work with, you know, physicians that's worked with this physician and they trained so-and-so, and then we had, you know, the father of SVT and WPW, you know, certain people within their fields that are just masters. It makes you feel so small but so thankful in a way. And so I just thank you, Stanford. I had an amazing time, and you guys will see me again. But until next time, so 6 months VA Palo Alto, then I ended up from August until I left Stanford and came back home to open my business, Living Whole, in a brick and mortar spot in Fort Smith, in downtown Fort Smith, Arkansas. It was quite a decision to decide to bring it all back home to Arkansas after we traveled coast to coast. So 2018 was the California recap, basically, where we ended up, you know, full circle coming back home and me pursuing something that I am so passionate about. And, you know, having traveled the United States in the past 4 years, coast to coast, working with, you know, we could get into a 2014 to now recap of everywhere that I've been and the amazing people that I've encountered, but that would take way too long. But you guys know who you are, and I usually text you or call you and tell you how amazing you are and that I miss you. So for you guys out there, all the Facebook messages, everything, you know, you guys are great. But anywho, I'm getting sidetracked again. I am making this I have no idea how long I was talking without, on my grateful spill, without a recording, but insufficient space, and my battery is about to be dead. So I'm gonna try to wrap up this video. So I finished up my time at Stanford. I've really started to shift my social media platforms more towards YouTube so I can reach you guys and have a really, you know, the people that I've encountered and have built this community, it feels like so much more of that is on YouTube. So when I left Stanford, we came directly home. I had 2 weeks to hit the ground running and to open Living Whole in the brick and mortar. Grand opening was December 1st. It was fantastic. Thank you, all of you guys that came out and supported me, and all the texts and messages and everything from everybody else that couldn't make it, or, you know, everybody that I've met coast to coast that you're like, I'm 1,200 miles away. I'm sorry. Totally get it. But within that, so grand opening December 1st, we get married among the redwoods December 17th, and then it's Christmas, and today is the 28th, I believe. Today is December 28th, and I cannot ask for a better year, even with, you know, I'm setting forth with this video with putting forth as much positivity as I can, because there were also, within this beautiful highlight reel that I just gave you guys, there was also some of the most trying things that happened with my family, with different circumstances, with travel companies, that really tested the measure of kind of who I am. And pushing all of that aside, I'm so grateful for the year that I had, because if you count your accomplishments and you count your blessings, at the end of the day, it's worth, you know, even the smallest of things when the wheels are falling off the bus amount to more than the fleeting moments where you're going to be tested. Okay, I've got to get more memory cards because I'm having to delete and stop, but it's killing my mojo in this motivational talk. With all that said, you have to spread some positivity and you have to give yourself a little love. So be kind to yourself, be kind to others. This is my 2018 quick as recap. Cheers to you guys. And with that, I think, you know, I have a big birthday coming up in January. I'm going to do the whole 30 things before 30 because this is my last 2 or 3 days as a 20-something-year-old. But I'm not bitter at all. I'm really not. I'm just kind of an old lady anyway. And I own that, and that's totally fine. But with that said, that is my 2018 recap, a very, very quick recap. I'm going to try to put in some footage and stuff from our adventures to make, and we are back after my camera died. So it's probably been 2.5 hours. I've watched several episodes of Seinfeld, eaten dinner, and otherwise relaxed. But I wanted to conclude this 2018 recap with as much gratitude and love for you guys as possible. And I'm just so excited for 2019 and everything that it has to offer and everything that I'm going to be bringing to you guys, because this is, you know, I say this a lot, but this is my passion. This is everything to me. And Living Whole is going to have a whole new platform, not a new platform, but a whole new perspective and take as we shift from more of an Instagram centered life to the YouTube life. And I've really kind of fought this in some ways, but it's becoming a little bit easier. And as my growth and development continues with having a more social life in the way of social media, I think things are going to only go up from here. So 2018, here's to 2019, and I'm just still doing all the things that I have been doing the last year, which is working hard. I'm still in the process of writing my book. I'm still writing and working with clients and writing programs and things like that. But there's so much more in the way of guides and plant-based living that I'm hoping to bring you guys that I'm really excited about. And I'm just really enthusiastic, grateful, and my heart is full. So I want to conclude this video, and hopefully I will edit this and get this up, because that seems to be the biggest struggle right now, is just sitting down to edit, because I have 3 videos on the backlog that I just may not even get up at this point. I may just leave them in 2018 and start fresh. And with the schedule that I have slotted and outlined for 2019, it just may be, you know, I didn't accomplish that as far as getting those videos out. But that's just one thing, one of many things that, you know, aren't really that big of a deal in the bigger picture. So I'm going to conclude this because I tend to just keep talking. So let's conclude this video here. Here. Let's conclude this video. That was my 2018 recap, and thank you guys for sticking around. You guys know the jam. Like, subscribe, any little comment, engagement, things like that. If it is just what you feel is a silly question, send it my way. Put it in a comment on a post, put it on a comment on a vlog. I am here to help. And most people, one of the biggest things that I've learned is it doesn't hurt to ask. And so I welcome all of you to Living Whole, and I welcome you to reach out to me, and let's drive this community and make it bigger and better and more inclusive. And I'm just really thankful and stuffy. Thankful and stuffy. So here's to 2019.